Hi, this is Charles Matthews. I'm the architect here with Grizzly Bear Architecture and Design, and today we're looking at how to estimate architectural services using the flat fee method.
Hi everyone, today we are looking at how to estimate the costs of architectural services using the flat fee method. What is the flat fee method? Well, the flat fee method is basically where you say for one certain rate, like $3,000, I'll do this job. That is a flat fee. There are no other considerations or no other things that you're addressing or dealing with. It's a flat fee. There is no other thing in your consideration when you're talking to your client. But when you get, the way that you get to that point is a process that we'll get into in just a minute. Why is a flat fee attractive? Well, it's the closest thing to buying a toaster that a client could have as far as architectural services go. Now, we know that architectural services are design services, and the design services are for a custom product. So you have a custom situation and you get a custom product. But the thing that's attractive about that is about architectural services using the flat fee method is it tends to uh, put architectural services more in the arena of a commodity. It becomes something more like buying a toaster. So why is it that architects would not like that? Well, uh, architects wouldn't like it because it doesn't account for time accurately. There isn't necessarily a one-to-one correspondence between the number of hours that will be put into a job and the amount that a person will get paid. And since most people get paid on a salary or hourly basis, of course that's depending on the individual situation, but because of that there's a discrepancy that comes in. How is it that you can charge a flat fee for something where you have certain given costs that are associated with following the architectural process of custom design? So architects tend not to like the flat fee method because it doesn't account for the time accurately that will be spent on a project. So what are the ways that you can arrive at a flat fee? Well, we look at that from a viewpoint of tracking costs over time. You, in your previous projects, should be tracking all the costs associated with a given project, and so you use that information as a baseline. There are other resources online and by way of printed media that can help with the estimation of services. So that is another aspect. Third point is experience completing the work and the typical costs associated with doing the work. You look at things from not necessarily a direct one-to-one correspondence from a viewpoint of you did one remodel job and now you're doing another remodel job, and so they should be similar. Rather, it's the experience of actually doing the work. Like, how many hours of drafting do you think a certain thing will take? How many hours of plan check, of code research, those kinds of things? Those are things that would go into your understanding of the experience that would be involved in completing the work. Next, we see other professionals, finding out from them, what would they charge for a certain job, and what are other past jobs that were completed, how much did they charge. And finally, we'll look at the process of estimating the cost of architectural services using the flat fee method. Well, you determine what type of job the project is, and that will in some way inform you as to the complexity of the job, which will then show you the number of hours it will take to accomplish the work. As an example, a typical in LA County, a type 5 remodel is not the same kind of intensity and scrutiny as a hospital. And so you would definitely have a different standard of care uh, as far as coming up with the value of the project and the estimate that will result. Now, when I say standard of care, that doesn't mean you won't apply the same principles. I guess what I'm saying is that there is a greater complexity in one and not the other. You determine the net amount of the work to be completed. And so after you have gotten to the number of hours to actually do the work, what is the net amount of the work to be completed? That gets into other costs, which would be your overhead costs, the cost of your building, the cost of electricity, the cost of supporting players like your office manager, if you have one, secretary, uh, various other services that are involved in the overhead of just simply making your business run. And finally, you determine the gross amount. What is the, the gross amount by adding profit and contingencies to the entire work? And we've covered the whole idea of contingencies in other videos. Contingencies are essentially your way of trying to plan for the unexpected. And profit is basically, after all of this is said and done, the amount that you would want to make sure that the firm would make when the job is over, as far as profit. And profit isn't a bad word. It's actually a good word from the viewpoint of that's the way that people are able to stay in business. That's the way that every business that exists stays in business. And if it's not running at a profit, then it is not it's not a good business. So that is the process of how to estimate the cost of architectural services using the flat fee method. Hope you guys have a good day today, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hi, this is Charles Matthews. Just wanted to say thanks for watching the video. If you have any thoughts or comments, feel free to leave those below. Visit our website at grizzlybeararchitecture.com. This video is one in a series of videos that address various issues surrounding architecture and our practice of architecture and Grizzly Bear Architecture. And if you have any thoughts or comments, I'd really appreciate those. Thanks.